Here, there you go. There you go. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun making that. I like it. Thanks. Hey, Harps, how you doing? How you doing? The Cooch, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. You'd share the food, but I'm 20 minutes drive, and you made the food for someone else. Plus, it's a low-carb night for me, so... Orzo, I look at Orzo, and that's 10 carbs. So, I'm proud of you being proud of that. Thanks. Thanks so much. So, I have no idea how this is going to go. This could go very, very stupid. It could be just the dumbest thing ever. But it could be funny. Who knows? So I'm going to go through a PowerPoint presentation that I have no knowledge about. I don't know what this is about. Somebody sent it to me. Somebody that I trust is not going to break TOS. So I'm stalling because I'm terrified to do this. Just so you're aware, I am terrified to take this risk, but I'm going to do it because I love all of you people out there and you believe in me, and so I gotta try. You know, you gotta try. So with only 74 more minutes of ado, no, just kidding. Let's get into it, I guess. Let's do this. Tonight. No pressure, but this is the first stream, so first impressions count. Neat. Thanks, buddy. Quit stalling or I'll drive crabs to you. What? Carbs. You meant carbs. Okay, cool. I was like, yeah, bring a crab. I'll eat that. Grace, be nice. Okay. Inserts random. Hey! You watch it, Herbs. You watch it. All right, so tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Highway Cuiva. Yeah. The presenter, Deanna Lane, couldn't be here, so I'm filling in for her tonight. I didn't prepare, but I will do my best to present the information as it is, as it comes along, and I hope it's very informative to all of you. So let's begin. Who are they? They, one, are part of the Guahibo linguistic group. I'm doing awesome already. The linguistic... when you're talking about a linguistic group and you can't even say the name, that's probably not a good sign. Others in their group are agriculturalists. So we've got linguists and we've got agriculturalists. As you can see, the guy in the field right over here, he is definitely linguisticizing with somebody, informing them. Over there, that's the boar in the corner. So that's the one we're going to shoot at with this bow I have in my hand. And as you can see, this lady right here, she's sending out linguistic, what are they called? Prompts. Like, don't talk to me. I'm busy. I'll stab you in the liver. His shorts are hot. I agree. Words are hard. I also agree with that. Feeling educated already. Well, I'm doing my job. And then the gentleman on the right is just, he doesn't know how to cut a fish, which is sad. But, you know, they give him a job anyways. He's one of the ones that they call an agriculturalist, I believe. That's who these people, not the liver. I know it's scary. Where are they? That is a good point. That, you know, this is very important to know that they are in Venezuela, Colombia, and Los Llanos. I believe the double L is a ya sound. They all over because they like to surround their enemies. So that's why they're in, you know, 3 different locations all the way, you know, way over here and all this kind of stuff. Let me. I'm trying to go full screen, but you can see my icons at the bottom. But you know, this is whatever. I thought it was pronounced like Yama. Well, that's what I said. Los Llanos. Los Llanos stands for Lost Lana, like from Superman. Just so you know. Surrounding so they can stab the liver. Yes, exactly. That's right. I was right the first time. Oh man. All right. I'm getting conflicting information, but I will continue. There is a map of South America over down in the right part of this, so you see Venezuela, Colombia, and Los Llanos is not on that map, but it exists because it's in the other part of the map. So we got that. Yeah, write it all down. Los Llanos. Location. It's very important to be located near a river. And what this is right here is a map of Venezuelan rivers. The arrows depict the location of the Kinaruco River in the Orinoco River, and then obviously I can't read the rest of it, but the important part of this is that the arrows illustrate movements of individuals that were recaptured more than 750 meters from their tagging location. So you know how you tag like bears and elk and salmon and stuff like that. This is what is happening with this group of people is they're being tagged in order to find out where they roam. They're almost nomadic people, and so you've got to see exactly. That's how they found out. If I could go back to the last slide for a moment, that they're in 3 different locations, all separated around, is because they roam, and that's just the type of people that they are, and that's fine. Move to Las Llamas to learn art of liver stab. Okay, buying tickets. Yes, absolutely. I mean, tagging bears seems dangerous. I don't think I'd want to play freeze tag with one. No, I would not either. Down in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you can see that there is a river that runs through it. And so this is very interesting concept of location. I think they forgot a third location, because I think that's the thing. You see a clock and a date. Yes, I know. So you know what time it is and you know what day it is. I need to inform people. Make sure people are informed. Next slide. Oh, the next slide is just the map getting bigger. So for the people with maybe glaucoma or astigmatisms, that's just it just pulls out just so you can get a better view, a better vision of these nomadic people that have been tagged like wildlife. Oh, and then yes, of course, absolutely, you need to be able to see the actual river at a higher, at a closer range to make sure. Let's see if maybe now we can go to the next. Excuse me, slide. Oh, there we go. Oh, look. So we had. Oh, hold on. Oh, I see what she did. I apologize to the original presenter for not realizing. So this says location. This one says location. And this one right here says location. Llanos. So the savanna with flooded grasses that form swamps and has rivers crisscross it with gallery forests, which are not like an art gallery, even though I can see how that could be confusing. Where you go into a forest and there's an art gallery and you're like, hey, I want to purchase that painting. But it's not that kind. The gallery forests are very picturesque, very, very pretty and beautiful forests. It's on sandy soil with grass variation between long-stemmed and carpet grass. So long-stemmed grass is the kind that ticks would probably. So stay away from that. You don't want a tick bite. That's no fun. You got to burn it off with a match, and that just that hurts. No fun. Stay away from the long-stemmed grass. The carpet grass. The only thing I think you have to worry about there is carpet snakes. But they're pretty harmless. They like to wrap around your ankle like an anklet, I believe is what it's called. PSA, do not burn ticks off with matches. Just pull them bad boys off with tweezers. Thank you, War, for that. Bob Ross would be proud. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to do him proud. So that's Llanos is a savanna. All this information is about Llanos and where they live and all that. So there it is. There it is right there. Take a look. As you can see, there's trees You can see kind of in the foreground the little bit of the more long-stemmed grass, and then the carpet grass out in front, and that's where I believe the Highway people have asked visitors to take their shoes off because they don't want them tracking mud over their carpet grass. If you go and visit, just be very respectful, very kind, and I mean, you're a visitor in their land. If they came here, you could be like, hey, here's a sandwich, eat it. I don't know, but when you're there, take your shoes off on the carpet grass. So is that where I'm supposed to build my shack to meditate on the art of Liverstep? Yes, absolutely. Actually, maybe tree houses also you can, but don't hurt the trees, but build around the trees, become one with the trees. And these right here are capybaras. They are rodents, I mean, kind of, but as you can see, they care for their young, and they are on the lookout for grass, for carpet snakes, and anything that they can eat. And so capybaras are good. I thought they were marsupials, rodents, the largest. See, I know one or two things about things, even if I don't know what I'm talking about. We've got those capybaras, and then food types. This is what I think the Highway people eat, or the capybaras, maybe both. I don't know. They eat fish, reptiles, rabbits, anteaters, birds, and eggs. So they're just like you and me. I mean, I don't know about you, but I had an anteater the other day, an anteater steak that was to die for. So then they also eat fruits and vegetables. A very well-rounded diet. Not an American rounded diet where it's like Diet Coke, Diet Sprite, Diet what is it called? Lean cuisines. It's not like that. They eat roots and palm nuts and hearts and wild legumes and honey, of course. You gotta have honey and mangoes. Ooh, the mangoes. That's their specialty. Do they make Diet Sprite? No, because they have a specific, very well-rounded diet down there. So I imagine this would follow into a liver cleanse situation. Yes, probably. It's to make sure that they have pure livers, because a pure liver they won't stand. What is no? That is a root from a tree, and it's now these different roots: the Oyo, the Hiwama. I apologize. The hero root, Yasaro, and no. It sounds like something you yell a lot. Well, that I believe there is a natural tendency for this plant to, when you cut off part of its root, it makes a sound. It's a deterrent to most animals, but for the humans living there, it's like, they don't. They're like, no, I'm hungry, I'm eating. And it sounds like it's saying no, but it's not. It's a natural occurrence. The photosynthesis running through the branches, roots, all that kind of stuff. And so that's what that kind of a root is. And obviously the hero root is the one that when this indigenous people were in this area, it was the first root that they ever found that helped sustain them with living. And so obviously it's the hero root. So got those. The weather and the climate, of course, is based on the degrees centigrade here, and then you get specific weather patterns. You get dry more in winter, spring, and then summer, fall is when the wetness comes. So if you want to visit this area and you don't like rain, you don't like wetness, winter, spring is when you go. However, if you were trying to live like they do and farm and find everything, November is when you'd want to go. We need the wetness for the liver cleanse. Maybe. That is one part of the research that I have not done myself. So I'm not positive on that. But November is a good time to go. You will get wet, you will be drenched, and you might catch a cold. But you will definitely be able to live like them. Per recommendations from 1990. Yes, I mean, this is a place, like I said, they're nomadic, and so they probably couldn't. I'm imagining the tagging just started, and so they haven't been able to find them for a while. And as new information comes up and crops up, then I'm sure that this will be updated, and we'll probably. This is sketchy. I mean, it is kind of a sketch. I mean, it's a graph, but it looks like someone maybe sketched it. So. In fairness, the wet-dry season hasn't changed much. It's just gotten wetter and drier. Well, exactly, and I mean, that's kind of what you have to pay attention to when visiting this area. The tools that they use for hunting and gathering are very rudimentary because they don't need anything fancy. They have bows and arrows. They have spears, harpoons, fish lines, hooks. That'll get you anything that you need out there. You can capture any animal with any of those. They also have digging sticks and baskets because who wants to carry an armful of mangoes when you have 100 mangoes that you have to transport back to wherever you guys are because you've moved again. And so you're out gathering mangoes. Just imagine this for a moment. You're out gathering mangoes. You go back to where camp was. The campfire is smoldering. No one's there. And now you have to carry an armful of mangoes further and go back for the other mangoes because you didn't have room in your arms. So it is a lot of mangoes, but you wouldn't carry them. Yeah, I understand because I would have eaten them all. Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense. And that's the thing. By the time he gets this person gets back to where camp is now, half of the mangoes are eaten from his arms, and it's going to happen every time. Stab the mango with the digging sticks. Yeah, I would do that as well, except they've got that giant pit in the middle, and that's just I don't know. That just seems in the liver. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Carrying them in your tum-tum. All right. Just as long as you didn't regurgitate them to try and feed the rest of the your people, because I don't think that would go over well. I'm sorry, but real quick, I missed it. What are we doing here? Well, the cooch. What I'm doing is I am taking PowerPoint presentations that I know nothing about and have never seen before in my life. And I'm presenting them to you as fact. And I'm giving you all of the information that you will ever need based on these slides. So that's what is happening right now. I hope you enjoy. So wait, do the women do the gathering for the tribe while the men do the hunting, fishing, or is it all shared? It's all shared. It's all shared. There's no hierarchy on that. Stab the mango in liver. Mango has a liver. Only if you're really good with the digging stick and you've meditated on it a lot. See, I feel like Chad has done some research into this, so that's very good. It's very helpful to have other points of view and thoughts on this whole thing. I feel like Nico's really just trying out his new setup, but also giving an educational presentation about indigenous tribes in Colombia. Touche. You're hilarious, Nico. Thank you, the cooch. I appreciate that. Very neat, perhaps. We've been on this slide for a long time, and it's just words. Let's continue to the next one. Oh, am I even on here anymore? Let's see. What do we got? do we have next? Oh, it's stuck. Oh, there we go. There we go. See, as I was saying, hunting and gathering. The women gather in the morning. Men are known to go gathering with women. Men hunt at or after noon till evening. Men only hunt with nuclear family, but share with kinship. So, the men do most of the hunting, yes, but they also gather. So they are busy all the time. And the nuclear family is the family that is blood, basically. Did you give birth to this human? Nuclear. Did you marry this person? Nuclear. So, but then the kinship is all like, it would be as if I went hunting with Chad, because he is my nuclear brother. And then I came back and I shared with all of you because you're my kinship. That's what it is. And so, a little quote here. The sharing of food is said to look more like a game of chicken and less like the prisoner's dilemma. And let me break that down for just a moment, because I can see how it might get a little confusing. People come in and they're like, oh, you got fried capybara on the table. I'm going to take this. There goes my camera. Like I said, give me one moment. I will get it back up. Literally, it does not take long. I just have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this, and we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure on the prisoner's dilemma. That is another area of research that I have not. Like I said, Deanna was supposed to be doing this presentation, and she got something. She had, I don't know. I think she was hungover. Anyways, and so I've not looked into the prisoner's dilemma, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So, game of chicken, as everyone knows, it's like if you're in a car and somebody else is in a car and you're driving straight at each other, who's going to swerve first? So a person comes in, fried capybara on the table. I'm going to take that. And the other person, the person who hunted for it with their nuclear family, is going to try and keep it on their table, but maybe not. So, the prisoner's dilemma, I guess, is maybe you eat because you have to in order to survive, whereas sharing food in the sense of what they're doing. Oh, we're getting a side education, everybody. Let's take a look. Prisoner's dilemma basically is you have two parties who each can go free from prison if they snitch each other out. If both parties do not snitch, they both go free. If you snitch and the other party does not, you go free and the other party does not. If you both snitch, no one goes free. Interesting. Okay. Can you demonstrate the game of chicken for me? So, let's say there are two people and they are running at each other. It's mathematically a better option to always snitch. Fascinating. All right. Goodness gracious. That is a prisoner's dilemma. Fantastic. You have two people in opposing cars. Let's say. But both snitching is worse for both than neither snitching. It's a conundrum. It is. It's a real hootenanny of a conundrum. That's what that is. You have a person in car A, a person in car B, and you drive directly at each other, and whoever moves first is the chicken. So, next slide. Oh, I need to go back over onto this screen because I had to do stuff over on the other screen. So There we go. Mosquitoes. Here's a little story for you. One day, a man met with a woman who didn't love him. The woman was afraid and didn't want to sleep with him, so the man changed into a mosquito and sucked her blood. The woman became thin and nearly died as a result of the yunu, a substance which gives power to the shaman. Man eating her. The man had a tube carrizo, made of bamboo, in which he kept mosquitoes. When the mosquitoes were full, they returned, and he closed it. As the woman's older brother lay in his hammock resting, he noticed that there were mosquitoes heading for his sister. He also saw the tube moving as the mosquitoes entered it. Realizing what was happening, the brother sealed the tube. Then the man went hunting. While the owner of the carrizo was hunting, his brother-in-law burned the carrizo so that all the mosquitoes were charred and became ashes. A short time later, the man returned. He put the fish that he had caught on the floor. The people said to him, "Brother-in-law, we have burned the carrizo that you left while you were hunting." When the man heard this, he climbed into his hammock and died. Because all the mosquitoes were dead, their owner had to die too. However, as a consequence of someone blowing on the ashes, the mosquitoes became reconstituted. This is the reason that they are scattered throughout the world today. Maybe we wouldn't have mosquitoes if someone hadn't fanned the ashes with the bellows. Oh my God. Megamir, I feel like you're playing a game of chicken with me right now to try and to demonstrate what's going on. Am I going to continue to explain it pointlessly? Or am I going to give up? I gave up. I moved on to the next slide. Oh my God, that is way, way, way too much text on a PowerPoint slide. I agree. I'll have a discussion with Deanna at another time. So I believe I can't get past this. I apologize. Chad, you were not helping. Excuse me, I need some water. I have something in my throat. Sting Shot Scotty, thank you for the alert. Gotta head to work, my dude. Have a good stream. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful night. Sorry, everyone. I had something in my throat. I was not laughing at this enormous slide. So, mosquitoes are around because a woman wouldn't sleep with a dude. Way to go, dudes. Way to be. Next slide. Here's the cliff notes. The wife does not like husband. Husband has shaman ability. He sucks out her blood, almost killing her. Sends out mosquitoes daily afterwards. Her brother sees and kills the mosquitoes via burning. The husband dies due to the loss of mosquitoes because he was shaman tied to them. That's I believe, a proper term. Shaman tied. Someone blows on the ashes, and that's why mosquitoes are everywhere, sucking everybody's blood. I feel like this is not accurate. I'm only giving you what the slides have given to me to give to you. You prefer the Maui myths. Yes, they're crazy. So, story as a representation. Shamans become animals. Mosquitoes in environment classification. Wet versus dry. Or almost any, really. Yes. 100% historic accuracy. I believe, yes. This might, maybe, I don't know. Let me break this slide down for you for a second here. I'm sorry. It's, it might be, I think I ate popcorn earlier today, and so my throat's dry. I apologize if it sounds like laughing. I do not mean for that to happen. So, excuse me. Very unprofessional. I apologize. So, the mosquitoes in the environment, the classification is that they suck, literally. And the whole wet versus dry is based on the time of year that this story took place. And it was during the wet season. And that's why you see mosquitoes around swamps and stagnant water and stuff like that, is because during the wet season, the summer and fall, that's when this story took place. So the ashes spread out during the wet season, and that's why mosquitoes exist during the wet season, or around wetness, as it were. Shamans become animals and thus are tied to them. So they are kind of the animagus of the ancient world and all that. So that is what mosquitoes are about. Whoa. More stuff to read. The traditional classification of the mosquitoes, Emic, is as follows. The Weso appear in great numbers in the house during the night, are slim and white, are usually found living and reproducing in water holes in the savannas areas, and are in evidence all year round. The Oroso is larger than the Weso, is large in numbers, and bites during the night. It is black in color and is found in elevated places in the savannas. It appears in the settlement during the rainy season. Our own research suggests that the Weso belong to the Anopheles group, and the Oroso to the Culex and Aedes. The Topapae live in the bushlands. They are found during both the night and daylight hours, and are very small and white. Their numbers increase during the rainy season. It is categorized as the white termite. The Wacope are very small and black in color, live all year round in the bushlands, are found during the daylight hours, and invade dwellings in June and July. They are also categorized as the white termite, Ibidem. Maybe a lack of imagination, I don't know. The Corotito are large and brown and found only in the savannas, and the Cuiva classification of mosquitoes is similar to the entomological classification, Etic classification, or Western scientific classification of the mosquitoes plains area. So they have a lot of mosquitoes, and thus it makes sense why they move and are nomadic people. Small and black equals white termite. Brilliant. Exactly. Up is down, left is purple. So, as you can see, because this one guy was mad that a woman, his wife, I guess, would not sleep with him. He sucked her blood. They burned him his mosquitoes. And now the people have to move around all the time to escape mosquitoes. Lesson learned, maybe. I don't know. Oh, what was that? And there's the bibliography. So that's the end of that, everybody. I say if we go back in time, we get rid of that guy. Malaria has killed a lot more than any other person. I agree. Applies. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed and learned a little bit. You probably learned more from war than from me. But that's okay. Well done. Thank you.